Howdy, my name is Clay Gaddis, and this is a case study of psychology in the film The Aviator. The character from The Aviator that I will be examining is Howard Hughes, played by Leonardo DiCaprio. Hughes was a real person from pre-World War II era, and he was an eccentric millionaire playboy. He got his millions from his father's oil and drill bit company in Houston, Texas. He left Texas to pursue filmmaking, and he loves flying and aviation, which he based a lot of his life around. My diagnosis of Howard is that he has obsession-compulsive disorder, or OCD. This disorder is the presence of obsessions and/or compulsions in one's mind. This causes reoccurring thoughts and urges and repetitive behaviors. OCD also causes one to have dysfunctional beliefs, which is the belief that things would go wrong unless they acted upon their behaviors and compulsions. Support for this diagnosis is shown throughout the movie. It is never outright said, but Howard in the movie and in real life had a classic case of OCD. This includes the fear of contamination, which is shown in bathroom scenes throughout the movie, and when he is in an airplane and he has to have cellophane wrap on an airplane wheel. He also shows symptoms of repetitive behaviors. This is shown in the movie where he says phrases over and over again, and when he is in the bathroom, which is also another part of his fear of contamination. He has to wash his hands in a certain way to be able to feel better about his cleanliness. And lastly, his last big symptom in the movie is his perfection. He has to have everything perfect in his life, from his movies to his planes to not having rivets on them so they can go faster. Everything in his life has to be exactly perfect in his mind. One symptom that Howard does not show in the movie is hoarding. A lot of people with OCD sometimes show signs of hoarding, but throughout the movie it is not shown that Howard actually hoards objects. Left untreated, OCD is chronic, with symptoms lessening and worsening in cycles over time, which is accurately shown in the movie. My treatment plan for Howard would be behavior and cognitive therapy. This over time would change Howard's thinking, thus changing his behavior. This treatment would allow Howard to be able to deal with his own thoughts. He would know that it's okay not to be perfect and clean, but just to try your best. This is one of the most well-known treatments for OCD, mainly because it is short, effective, cheap, even though Howard would probably not need that, and it also treats a range of disorders besides OCD. Now, the ethics in this treatment is that it may be short and cheap and effective, but it requires a lot of the patient's effort, which might be hard on Howard because his OCD is very strong in his life. It also focuses on treating individual symptoms and not necessarily the source of the problem. Now, this film is very fantastic in showing OCD to an audience. It has been praised throughout the media for being an accurate portrayal of this disorder. It is very accurate to Howard Hughes' personal struggle with OCD, and the director Martin Scorsese wanted to make a big point on the accuracy of not only OCD in general, but Howard's OCD. This movie is also a great way to spread awareness that people suffer with this disorder, and makes the viewer somewhat feel as if they have OCD. I would like to thank you for joining me in this case study. I am Clay Gaddis, and this is the end.